Okay, parents. So something that I've noticed in my mindfulness videos is that I'm rushing through at the end to guide you a little bit on what to do with your kids and adolescents to teach them mindfulness. So what I wanted to do is to take a couple minutes to just give you some ideas of what to do, what we've been going over so far in the videos. And if you haven't caught the videos for yourself, I would highly encourage you to watch the first 4 videos so that you can start practicing mindfulness and you can teach them how to do it. So a couple examples of how to practice mindfully sort of stopping, slowing down, and noticing your emotions with kids and adolescents. With your younger ones, you can ask them maybe like right before bed to do maybe like a body scan and notice what's going on and labeling sort of if anything tickles, if they have any body parts that are colder or hotter, maybe starting to teach them about emotions and giving them maybe a bigger vocabulary as to more than feeling happy or sad, talking about things like, I felt really frustrated today, or I felt disappointed, or I was really hurt by something that my friend said. So encouraging the use of maybe a greater vocabulary with their emotions is one way to do it. Another way of asking them to kind of pause and slow down would be to maybe if you're noticing that your child or teen is starting to get maybe agitated or kind of annoyed or irritated before it gets to be really intense, maybe saying like, let's hit the pause button. Like, this is how I'm feeling, right? I'm noticing that I'm starting to get irritated and I'm starting to raise my voice, or I'm noticing that I'm kind of talking over you. How are you feeling? What are you noticing? And getting into the habit of kind of calling the elephant out in the room before things really explode and then communication kind of goes out the window. That's one great way of teaching them to pause and to notice what's going on inside of them before things get worse. Another good thing to do is this idea of sort of pausing when we can, especially during the weekends or in the evenings or maybe early morning if you have time. And maybe going outside, laying outside if you can, if it's a nice day, especially now it's starting to get a little bit cooler, and staring up at the sky and maybe asking them to look for shapes or animals in the clouds if they notice anything. And this is a really good way of teaching them patience. It's a good way of having them be able to focus on just one thing at a time. It's distracting enough that a lot of kids are able to do this, and it allows them to expand their creativity while teaching them mindfulness. It's so cool. Another thing that you can do, which I sort of love, this idea of like a slow motion snack. I got this idea from the internet. And so having them maybe pick their favorite snack, you get to choose, right, what's in your house, and sitting down together, which is great because you're building on that relationship, asking them to kind of point out what flavors they noticed that maybe they hadn't noticed before, the color in the food, maybe seeing who can chew slower and what they're noticing as that's happening. Again, it teaches a lot of really great mindful skills, and it helps to eat mindfully. It's that way we can help them to learn how to become more easily satiated, really notice what are their hunger cues. So this particular one I think has a lot of benefits that you can try. And you're eating at a minimum 3 times a day. So it's something that you can try, and you have lots of opportunity to do if you guys are eating together at any point, which can be hard, especially when you have teenagers. So parents, I hope this was helpful just to give you a couple more ideas since I know I was rushing earlier. So hope this helps. Bye.